Hi guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to act the Last Breath vs. Last Genocide Part 4. I just checked. I didn't finish it. I just checked my channel. We only went to Part 3. So today we're going to go to Part 4. This video. After this, I know it's a finale. I may do it. But I do want to do some of the other videos. So let's continue. Is this too loud? Sorry, not you. Wait, what? Actually, Joe, I'll do is after the video, I will then look at some of like the other stuff because I don't want to spend hundreds of. Okay, I'll do it. Do you know what? So error, failure, error, system data, code, F4. Yeah, okay. It's just like system error stuff. I couldn't do anything in the void. Gaster. I could only watch your atrocities. It took me almost forever to find a solution to stop this madness. My son, you have suffered enough like this. This time, it will be me who will kill the sinner down. Wait, so Sans is being controlled by him, or what? Because I thought they fused together. Our pal here is still persistent. Seems like me and you, Sans, might need to do something to change that. You better get ready. And there's that Gaster. We're gonna go all out on you. There's the soul. Also, wait. Oh wait, they have a lot of determination though. It'll be very interesting. It'll be a very interesting time, don't you think? Yeah, this is going to be unfair now. So yeah. That's not going to do any damage to him. I remember the animation Last Breath hard mode is. It's not doing damage. What's the matter, Sans? Haven't even used a quarter of my powers. He's running away. Still find it so funny that once Last Genocide, Last Genocide was the one on top, but now he's at the bottom again because of their fusion. That now he's scared. Love that. Got it. The thing is, when this Last Breath Phase 2 was up against Last Genocide Phase 2. Last Genocide was on top here in power, but Last Breath still tried. Now Last Genocide is not on top. He could at least try against it. Hold on, what's that? Master, your faithful servant has finished their preparations. Preparations during your fight. Perfect. The time is up, sinner. Yep, it's a pity. You broke your own laws just so you can defeat the anomaly. Even though generally good things happen to bad people, and bad things happen to good people. What is that meant to mean? Is that meant to mean that he is... Because isn't he doing a bad thing? Or is he saying that because he's doing it for a good thing, it's a bad thing? I'm confused. Those who take away innocent lives shall suffer the most painful way possible. Yeah, to be honest, and there's no escape. To be honest though, I do think Dusttail Sans did go a little too far, to be honest. Because I know he's trying to defeat the human, but you need to understand, when you're fighting a time traveler, because that's kind of what Frisk is, right? they're just going to go back in time and learn how to kill you. But if you just become boring and don't do anything different until they give up, then they're just going to stop. They're not going to think you're interesting and leave. Like, you wouldn't, like, could most players actually play Genocide hundreds of times? Most no. Because it's boring after the 5th time. I mean, yeah, for speedruns, but that's different. You're not doing it for the Genocide run, you're doing it for, like, the how good can you get kind of thing. Like, could you actually play normal Undertale without any speedruns? Do Genocide hundreds of times? No. So Sans could have just been boring, and they would have stopped. Yes, if they're really mentally insane, the players would just continue doing it. But comes to a point where you're just going to be like, oh, nothing's going to happen. I'm just going to stop. And also, if Sans was smart, he wouldn't even give the player the opportunity to think, oh yeah, maybe something different would happen. Because now that Sans has proven by himself that if he gets pushed, he'll do something new, well, do you know what's going to happen? The player's going to think, well, since it happened the first time, it could happen again. But if you don't even give anyone the opportunity to think that, then nothing could happen. Stop. Oh yeah, it's his cries for help. Stop. Why do you want them to stop? You didn't listen when Papyrus said stop. So why would they listen to you? Yeah, they're not going to listen to you now, are they? No, why'd they listen to you? Oh yeah, that's from Nightmare Sans versus Frisk, isn't it? The broken corridor. Uh-oh. Still too late to fight back. Yes. Take his determination. There we go. And then... there we go. Oh, I think I'm gonna watch the hard mode aspect after this reaction. Yeah, there we go. Taking the way through. Yep. Oh yeah, the purple soul. Also, I don't think that's Gaster. I know I don't know if this is common theory, but I do think that's just a human soul that has somehow got the... because you know how Omega Flowey, right? Because we never see how many options souls can do to resist a monster, right? It could be a possibility souls can control monsters, given how much power they have. Because this soul clearly is artificial, meaning it probably has more power than the original, at least that's how it usually works. So usually something artificial will be much more powerful and efficient than one that isn't artificial. Because nature usually doesn't, because natural nature usually doesn't try to be efficient, it just does what works. But when you try and be efficient, it's better in the long run. So this is probably a lot more powerful than a normal human soul. Meaning that when Sans absorbs it, that's probably why he loses control. Because the soul is so much more powerful than him. So it just kind of took control. I don't think that's Gaster. But also, when he does absorb it, he technically dies, I'm pretty sure. He's no longer in there. But when Sans and Gaster fuse, Sans is still there. Given that the hard mode last breath, Sans is still talking even after the fusion. So, Dust Sans is gone by the soul, because when the soul fuses with him, instead of it being like an equal power thing, the soul just takes over fully. But when Last Breath and Gaster fuse, it's equal power. Maybe they'll be in Gaster's favour because Sans wants it to be that way. Gaster is smarter than him. in tactics. I mean, gas has been around longer and seen the human fight for many resets, probably. Which is why, given the finale, I'm pretty sure Dust Sands is dead. Meaning Last Breath did win, if you think about it. Yeah, but Dust Sands is dead. Because after this, right, Dust Sands is dead. It's just the soul he's absorbed is now taking over the rest of his body. Dust Sands is gone. So, but Last Breath, when Last Breath, when he fuses with Gaster, Sands is still in there, because in the actual animation of Last Breath hard mode, what was it? Yeah, Sans still talks, meaning he's still in there, he's just not talking so Gaster can concentrate. Because this guy could actually probably hit them and do a lot of damage. But yeah, you're dead. Time to pay for what you've done. Yeah, it's fair, actually. And, yeah. The one that can go off because Dust Sands cheated. Yeah, he did cheat. I do think it was kind of cheating to hit the soul. I get it, right? That he was taking a lot of damage, but he would have won. But dead. But if you look here, right? He's gone. Oh no, he's still there. But he's dead. His soul is dying. But the judges landed his verdict. But yes, right, I get what you're saying. But this guy here, this is not Dust Sands. This is the soul talking. The human soul is talking here. It's like some parasitic thing where, I don't know, maybe the soul has the ability to take control of monsters if they absorb it. But the point is, that's not Sands talking. Meaning he's dead. I guess I'll show you what I can do. Which is my point. That's not Sans. It can't be Gaster. Perhaps it's Gaster, I don't know. But it can't be Sans. And if it's not Sans, then he's dead. Because if we are strictly talking about Last Breath versus Last Genocide, right? Then Last Breath won because there's no longer a Last Genocide. But with that, I think that's it. I'll be seeing you soon. Yeah, probably. See ya.